Lía. Bonito. Un poco modernillo, ¿no? Sí.
Hey, howdy, hey, awesome people of the internet, Wolfman47 here. So, today I'm going to be talking about a Spanish film, which in Spanish is called, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this right, Sorda, but here in the UK it's known as Deaf. And as you can probably guess, yes, it is about deaf person. So, and just to say, unless I can get something to work up in my video editor, unfortunately I'm not going to be able to do this in sign language because my sign language isn't the best. I used to learn hackathon, but yeah. So yeah. Um. So this film is about a family. One of the family members is called Angela. And I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Played by Miriam Garlow. She is a deaf woman that works in a pottery studio. And she's expecting a child with her partner Hector. The pregnancy makes her sort of wonder if the child is gonna be deaf like her and everything, and and it kind of stirs up some anxieties for her about motherhood and her ability to communicate with her daughter. And then when her daughter's actually born, it's I'm not gonna say too much because spoilers and everything, but yeah, she struggles and it kind of triggers a crisis for the couple, and she just tries to have to navigate raising her daughter in a world that does not cater to her needs. The film starts out pretty lovely. You know, we get the characters are all established. We get to meet Angela. We get to meet Hector, who's the husband, played by Alvaro Cervantes, and I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that right. And they sort of navigate. We kind of get an idea of their lives. They've got a dog, and Angela's got good friends with this group of people that are deaf. So she does kind of get a feel for that. And Yeah, it's a lovely slice of life sort of film to begin with, and then kind of sort of in the sort of later half of it, we kind of get the idea that she's trying to get her daughter to sort of understand sign language, and I don't know what's going on, but she kind of forces it onto her, and much of the film that is audible. So we do hear people talking, we do hear stuff and everything. It's only sort of towards the end of the film where we start to hear things from Angela's point of view, where we just can't hear much of anything because she's deaf. And then when she puts these hearing aids on, it kind of makes too much noise, so she takes them off. Um, and yeah, so I don't know if I would consider this a film that would teach you sign language. It would certainly sort of make you think about learning sign language for sure. But yeah, it's an interesting film, very interesting, very good. Um, I think if you're the sort of person that's had a really tough day and you just want something that's quite nice, peaceful, and quiet mostly, then this will do you just fine. And believe me, the day that I saw this film, was a day where I had a lot to unpack and everything, and I just wanted something that was nice and quiet, and this was nice and quiet and peaceful and everything. So this was exactly what I needed, in a day that was otherwise draining for me. Um, Something that did happen when I saw this in a cinema with Clank, Zoka, and the gang. When the film was starting, there were some people on their phones, and one guy said, and I feel, and I think this was great. One guy said out loud, "Turn your phone off." And then the guy that had his phone on said, "Please," but I guess that's kind of him sort of saying to the guy, please, we're using the magic word, please would be nice. But yeah, it worked. The guys turned their phone off, and apparently there was a guy sitting next to Clank who was recording and sort of yawning and everything. So clearly this wasn't a film for him. And you know, if you're gonna be on your phone or you're gonna do that, then don't bother going to the cinema, because if you're just gonna be on your phone, bored as heck, what's the point wasting all that money just to go in and see the film? And likewise with the guy sitting next to Clank, if you know you're not gonna enjoy the film, then don't bloody go and see the film. Yeah, believe me, there's lots of films that I see that deserve a lot more respect than some of the people that don't give it, because films exist that we watch them to sort of experience them, embrace them, sort of have feelings for them and everything. And when people are sort of on their phones and so forth in the cinema watching it, it's not great. Obviously, there's some films where I do kind of get why people would want to do that, because they are just so bad, so boring, and everything that you just don't want nothing to do with it. But if you're gonna actually, if you've paid a ticket to go see a film, then I would expect you to just see the film and not have to be on your phone and so forth all the time, because it's just plain rude and disrespectful. So yeah. Anyway, rant over. Back to the film. I'm going to give Death 8 out of 10, only because there are just some scenes that are a bit sort of annoying to me, only because there's like some scenes that kind of force, where the people are just forcing other people to talk in sign language, and it's like, that's all well and good, but some of us don't know how to speak in sign language, and sometimes it's good to lip read as well. So yeah, but anyway, so yeah, 8 out of 10 for Death. And yeah, go check it out if you want a film that is sort of continuing this trend that me and Clank are following, where we're seeing lots of films that accurately portray a person with either a disability or some kind of other kind of background, and this is just another win for that. So yeah, but anyway, that's what I've got to say about Death, or Sorda as it's known in Spanish. Draw your conclusions in the comments below. Love to hear what you think about it. But other than that, and this is the only thing I know how to say in sign language, thank you so much for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you can, please. Those of you new to the channel, I do reviews like this usually towards the weekend kind of time, and the rest of the week I do gameplay videos on Monday and Tuesdays, let's play videos on Wednesdays, other kinds of vlogs on Thursdays, usually all sorts of different topics, and the rest of the week I'll do reviews, hauls, rants on life, videos with friends, funny shorts, and loads more. See you in the next one. Peace to you all. And remember, if you're going into a film, and it's a film that is about a person with some kind of problem, issue, condition, whatever you want to call it, just make sure that that if you're making the film, actually accurately portray it, and don't do what Sia did with music. Just don't do that. So yeah, all right, toodles.
Y el bebé está bien, pero ya se sabe.
Es que hay un 50% de posibilidades.